Yo, YouTube, what is good? Bruv gang, what is good? And we are back with another video. And boy oh boy, have I got some news for you. We got a whole lot of news coming today in today's video. So let's get cracking on, let's get it started, man. So the first bit of news, the Nintendo Switch is killing it, man. The Nintendo Switch is killing it. We all know this, the Nintendo Switch is killing it. In the US, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was the best-selling Switch game of July. Sales for Xenoblade are physical only, digital isn't included. Switch was the #1 system sold for the month. Nintendo Switch is killing it, man, absolutely killing it. It's the fact that the Switch remains the #1 in units sold in the US, Japan, Europe after this many years is pretty ridiculous. It's killing it at the moment. So in terms of sales figures for July 2022, this is in the US, so this is the top 10 video games in dollar sales on Nintendo platforms. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was #1, at #2 was Mario Kart 8, #3 was Kirby and the Forgotten Land, #4 was Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, #5 Animal Crossing New Horizons, #6 Pokemon Legends Arceus, #7 Nintendo Switch Sports, #8 Live Alive, which is an amazing game which you guys should definitely check out. And it's amazing as well, after I said about the controversies with Digimon Survive having their problems and the whole review bombing issue, like I said in my previous video before, it's really good to see Digimon Survive doing really well, especially on Nintendo. So they're at #9, and #10 is Mario Party Superstars. So a lot of first party games, of course, for Nintendo within that, but it's really good, especially for Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and you guys know how much I love that game. Sitting at #1 there, of course, Monolith Soft's new game, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which you guys should check out if you have not done so already. An amazing game which I will be doing a review on very soon. Once I get time away from work, I will be doing a review on that. But of course, as I said, it's very nice to see Live Alive and Digimon Survive within this. So I think you guys should 100% check it out. Nintendo Switch, as I said, is killing it. And as I did say in my previous video before as well, it gives Nintendo no real incentive. As I said again, the big word is incentive here. It gives them no real incentive to really go out there and go and make a Switch Pro, really, or make something that can compete graphically, if that's what you want to talk about, graphically with Xbox and PlayStation. There's no real need for it. To be honest. They're killing it sales wise, and yeah. So staying on the topic of the Nintendo Switch, so according to shout out to Nebo as well on Twitter, according to the Nikkei, I think it's Nikkei report, Nintendo has planned to shrink the size of the Nintendo Switch packaging by 20%. This is meant to improve transportation efficiency and help with supply issues. So as we said, of course, with PlayStation, mainly PlayStation, having issues, the chip shortage issues, and getting a lot of stock out, to be honest, because you're never really gonna see that console retail inside a retail store or anything like that for a little while. I'm not too sure when, but who knows when we're gonna see it, man, because right now they're dealing with a lot of stock issues. But shout out to Nintendo, man, trying to improve efficiency, improving the fact that even with supply issues here and there, which me personally I have not noticed, of course, because I do own a Switch, but I have not noticed that the fact that you can even struggle to get a Switch, the fact that they're trying to make something to improve that is really good, man. It's really good. So Switch, long live the Switch, man. Right now, I did say on Twitter the other day, the Switch is slowly moving into being my personal favorite console, probably of all time. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a really good console, man. So that's that. Next bit of news. So a new dungeon crawler, Labyrinth of Zangetsu, was leaked by the ESRB, but now we have a retailer leak released in early 2023 for Switch and PS4 physically, so no PS5 or Xbox Series X. I always mess up the name. Xbox Series X release. It will only be on the Switch and PS4. So it's a dungeon JRPG developed by Acquire. If I can quickly show you guys on my screen real quick, just give me a second here. Okay, let's move this over. So this is screenshots from the game right here. So it's a typical dungeon crawler. I can't remember the last dungeon crawler I personally played. I believe it was Labyrinth of Refrain, I believe it was called. I can't remember. I'm not too big on dungeon crawling games, unless it's SMT, of course. There are a few that I do play personally, but I will be on the lookout for this game. This game stylistically looks really, really good. Anything that's got like an Edo period type Japan like look to it or feel to it, I'm definitely involved in it, man. So this does look really, really good. I will 1000% be picking this up. And yeah, that is 1 second, let me just move this back over for you guys, 1 sec. That is Labyrinth of Zangetsu, and that is releasing early 2023 for Switch and PS4 physically. So the big piece of news, sorry about that guys, it's back again. Next piece of news is Soul Hackers 2. Now, people have been getting, of course, review codes for the game and obviously getting the game early so they can review the game. The game has clocked in about 40 hours, so this is just story. I believe the story is only going to be 40 hours long. I'm not too sure about bonus content, bonus side content. I'm not too sure how much the playtime will take you up to. My guess is probably doing everything may take you up to about 80, maybe to 100 hours pushing. But a main story really of about 40 hours long is not too bad. Probably taking away the fact that you might have to grind here and there. Who knows how difficult they're going to make this game as well, mainly because there's a lot of new people who are going to be playing Soul Hackers for the first time. So knowing a lot of these games these days, they're more universal and they're more open, so they can make the games a little bit easier in a sense on certain difficulties, just to give people that help that they need. Now the reviews have kind of been all over the place from what I've been seeing. I've been seeing a lot of 7s to 8s to 9s. There's the odd 10 here and there, but mainly it's been about 7, 8 or 9, which has been floating around that category. So shout out to Persona 5 Central. So this is what they said about the game. The UI is not only stylish but also conveys complicated information easily. Both science fiction and demonic themes are synthesized with the foundation of a fantasy RPG. The stylish presentation draws you into the story from the very beginning. The unique sci-fi elements in the story are not difficult to understand at all, which is obviously great for new players. And the scenario is also wonderfully entertaining, being able to easily comprehend it without getting caught up in technical terms. So that means if you did not play the first Soul Hackers game, or maybe if this is your first SMT game, who knows? But they're making it super easy for people to just jump into it and be able to play immediately. So the voice actors, especially Tomio Kurosawa, the voice of Ringo, are perfect. And in Persona 5 Central's notes it says it took me 40 hours to finish the game and 60 hours, so there we go, 60 hours if I include the challenges. So 60 hours including challenges, 40 hours for the main story. I'm thinking around, for everything, if you want to do everything in the game, I'm assuming it's going to take you about 80 to 100, I would say. But 60 including challenges is not that bad. So the Famitsu review comparison, a comparison to the Famitsu review scores of recent Atlus developed RPGs. This is comparison with different RPGs that Atlus have released. This is their scores. So Persona 5 got 10s across the board essentially. Soul Hackers 2 pretty much the same as Persona 5, so out of 40, 39 out of 40 Persona 5 got, and Soul Hackers has got a 38 out of 40, which is amazing. P5 Royal, that got 9s and 10s across the board, so 37 out of 40. SMT5, amazing game. I love SMT5. If you have not played SMT5, please do go and check that out. PQ2, another game. That's another dungeon crawling type of game, which I was just referring to with the previous point I made. That is another amazing game on the 3DS, which you guys should check out as well. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, another great game that got a 34 out of 40. And yeah, so Soul Hackers 2 releases next week Friday that game releases, and there have been a lot of people who have been getting the game early to review it. I myself will not be watching anything review wise. I do want to check the game out for myself. I usually do not anyway. I don't really do that. I usually just check out news just in case, just to see what's happening with the games. But I believe on Metacritic the game scored a 77 which is kind of positive and mixed at the same time. There are a lot of reviews going about, but the general consensus for the game is about 77, which is not bad. I would like to see what the reviewers are saying. Probably after I do pick up the game and play myself for a few hours, I will check out and see what those are saying. But a 77 is not bad. It's not bad at all. Not bad by any stretch of the imagination. But that will do it for the news today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, sub, share if you're new, and turn on that notification bell to get notified for my new videos. I will be back with a new video very shortly, with whatever news drops. But yeah, that'll be it for today's video, guys. Please like, sub, share if you're new, as I said, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.